let's talk about what this course will look like for you. The goal is to get your dream job. And this is the course outline. Now, keep in mind that this course is meant for any careers. The interviewing process, the application process, the negotiation process, getting promoted, that's part of any job. So it's not meant just for a specific career. The idea of this course is to give you these life skills that you can use no matter what you want to do in your life. And it's something that you can continue to revisit and continue to do over your career anytime you're switching careers or changing jobs or want to get promotions. So the course is meant as a short course that perhaps you do once a year, every couple of years, to remind yourself to stay on top of the industry and making sure that you're getting the best offers possible. Now, this is how the course is going to start. We're going to talk about the 4 laws. Now, the beginning of the course is all about just accepting some ideas around the job hunting process to make you a stronger candidate and to also help you with all the rejections that you might get in the process. We're going to talk about these 4 laws that I think are really going to set yourself up for a successful job hunting process. We're also going to talk about mental shifts, the idea of skill stacking, and asking the question if the career choice that you've made is the right one for you. And then we get into the more exciting topic, which is the first topic, getting more interviews. And this part is divided into 2 parts, the before applying and start applying section. So these are all the things you're going to do before you start sending out your resume and applying to jobs. And then the second part is how to do that in an efficient way when you start applying so that you maximize your success rate. Now, up until this point in the course, we do a lot of mindset preparation, but this is when we start doing some exercises and actually getting our hands dirty, where we're going to work through our resumes to make our resumes the best possible. We're going to talk about creating your portfolio, a LinkedIn guide on how to optimize your LinkedIn profile. We're going to even talk about things like GitHub and open source and how it might help not only coders, but also anybody that might want to get some experience or create a free website online with their portfolio projects. We're going to talk about the idea of blogs and socials, cover letters, and some cheat codes to gain experience when you don't have any. And then we're going to go straight into applying to get more interviews, some of the tips and tricks that we can use to get more interviews, where we can find the best jobs. We'll talk about some of the tricks that I've developed over the years that are unconventional to make sure that you get that interview, even though thousands of people might be applying to a job. And we're also going to talk about this big one, the AI issue. How to deal with AI tools where people are sending mass resumes and applications to jobs and companies filtering all these thousands of applications with AI. So that's going to be a really fun topic. All right, so we did all that. We're getting the interviews now. We're getting tons of interviews. What do we now do when we're at the interview? Whether it's over the phone, over Zoom, or in person, how do we make sure that whoever is interviewing us is going to just fall in love with us and want to hire us? We're going to talk about the entire interview process, some of the tricks that you can do, what your mentality should be, what actual steps you should take to maximize your success rate. We're going to talk about technical interviews as well as non-technical interviews. We're going to answer a bunch of questions, common questions that people get asked in interviews, like, why do you want to work for us? Or what is your biggest weakness? I'm going to give you some great answers to those questions to make sure you stand out. We're going to try to get to this 90% success rate method. The goal is that if we get an interview, we're going to be 90% successful. I know it's a big goal, but we're going to try. And then we're going to talk about some post-interview tricks to actually help you change their mind, even if the interview didn't go well. And then finally, the final section, and I think this is the most exciting one. We've gotten more interviews, we've gotten really good at interviewing, and now we're getting job offers. So how do we handle the job offer? How do we handle multiple offers and take advantage of having multiple offers? How do we get a raise? How do we negotiate our salary and benefits? We even talk about handling rejection. And this part, especially this part, is really going to help you throughout your career because we're going to set you up so that you can ask for raises. You can even stay at your existing job and get a promotion every year, sometimes even every 6 months. And by the end of it all, I want to measure your success rate. My prediction is that if you follow this course, your success rate is going to dramatically increase. You have to put in the work, but I'm going to provide all the tools necessary for you. I'm even going to provide a checklist for you with all the things we're going to learn so that throughout the process, you can make sure that you're checking each of the items that we talk about. And as long as you're doing all those things, I guarantee you're going to have a high success rate. And like I said, the idea is to keep using this process over and over in your career. And remember that the first time you go through this entire process, it's going to be the hardest. The first job, or you're changing careers and you're getting into the tech industry, whatever it is, the first time, it's always the hardest. But every time, every new job, every new career upgrade, any new promotion, every time it's going to be easier and easier because you know this process and you've also improved your skills. Now, after this entire course, you've done everything. You've checked all the checklist. You've completed everything. And somehow you're still unable to find that job, then come talk to me. I'm going to be on Discord, our ZTM Discord server. If you tell me that you've done all these things and nothing's working, you're not getting interviews, you're not getting hired, come talk to me. I'm going to personally help you because I really do believe that this is a skill that you just develop. Most people just don't practice, don't improve, and don't learn these skills. And that's why they just have average success rates. It's going to be a ton of fun. I hope you're excited. I know I am. So let's get started.